decided to film a makeup look that a client had asked for. Red lips, cat eye, contouring. I'd rather do this than push-ups, so I decided to do that today. I also included trying on these new magnetic eyeliner and lashes that I got on Amazon. It's about $16. You get 5 of them with the liner. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look and the magnetic eyelashes turned out, keep watching. So when I do other people's makeup, I do their eyes first, but on myself, I'm going to do my skin first. So I'm going to start off with some foundation. I'm just going to use a couple pumps of the Huda Beauty. And I like to apply this with a flat foundation brush to start on the center of my face, and then blend it out with a flat top kabuki brush. So the reason I tap and drag down is we all have little peach fuzzies on our face, and what this does is kind of flattens them. And then I also like to make sure that I'm bringing it about halfway down my neck and making sure it's nice and blended. Once my foundation's done, I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer just under my eyes, and then I'm gonna just spot conceal any blemishes that I have. And I usually just kind of put a little bit down the center of my face. While I'm doing concealer, I'm going to conceal my lids as well, so I can just do a very simple eye look. So once I had finished blending out my concealer on my lids, I went into this palette and just used a really shimmery color all over the lid, and then this light brown color just in the crease of my eye. And now I'm gonna do the eyeliner while my skin kind of sets. I don't like to use powder, so I just do my foundation concealer, just kind of let it dry. So here we go. For a cat eye, I always like to start with my liner this way. This is the really skinny one by Stila, and I always start with like a little dash on the center of my lid. And I just kind of try to find the thickness that I want, so I kind of just start like that. And then I just go to the inner corner of the eye, getting a little bit skinnier as I get down to the inner corner, and then attach that to the middle. And then when I'm going out to the edge of the lashes, I make it a little bit thicker. I like to keep it as close to the lashes as possible to start, and then kind of build up on it a little bit. So it goes thin, medium, thick. And then again, we're gonna follow the curvature of the eye. So on the bottom lash line, it kind of comes up, and we're just gonna follow that out towards the tip of the tail. So if you wanted to use like a little brush, for example, the way your eye curves up to the tip of the tail, like as if they would just kind of meet, that's the way you want your eyeliner to go. Typically, if you just kind of follow that, it will come out nicely so that you don't have that hook or too straight. You want it to just go up towards the tip of your tail. So I'm just gonna finish that one. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer again, finishing off with a nice swoop so that there's really thin and pointy. And then you can just start, I don't like to start up here, I like to start a little bit lower on this tail, and instead of coming this way, we're gonna come in this way now. Start at the tip, just below the tip of that, and then drag it down. And sometimes I kind of close my eye while as I'm getting down to the middle, and then just fill in. Okay, so I quickly just went over my regular eyeliner with the magnetic eyeliner, and then I put some mascara on. I can see why people's eyeliner looks real crazy in those magnetic lash videos because it is hard to put on. So I do recommend putting it over top of your pen liner, and you don't have to go all the way out, obviously, because the lash, just from the inner corner to lash. So I like to use a cream contour because I don't like to use a ton of powders on my face. So I just put it from the top of my ear down to the corner of my mouth, along the hairline, a little bit on my nose, and then along my jawline to slim the face a little bit. And then I just use my same brush that I put my foundation on with and really lightly dab that out and blend it into the foundation. I don't like to blend it out too much because then it just disappears. I like to just blend it just enough so that you can't see any lines. Next, I'm just gonna set that a little bit with my powder bronzer and just put it in the exact same spot, but with a really light hand. On top of that, I'm going to blend my blush over my cheeks. For highlighter, I like to just stack that right on top of my blush and bring it up a little bit onto my temples. And then I do tip of the nose, down the bridge of the nose, a little bit above the brows, and on my chin, tiny bit on the cupid's bow. For lips, I only have this like berry toned lip liner, and when you're doing red lips, I think it's really important to use a lip liner. So I'm just gonna outline my lips and then fill it in with a little bit of a lighter, more blue toned red. So I like to start off in the cupid's bow area. So if you're looking at your lips, there's 2 high points on the top, and I like to connect from the top down and make a little X. And then I'm gonna do a little dash here and a little dash here. And I'm gonna connect these two. And then connect that to the corner. And then for the bottom lip, I always start with like a dash in the center of the lip. And then a dash on the side, connect. And then I always like to fill in from the edges down a little bit. Okay, now that I have my liner all smudged out, I'm just gonna add in the red, more of a blue toned red on top of this, make it a little more of a brighter tone in the center. And the trick is to get it close enough to the edge without going over so that it doesn't wreck your perfect line you made. And always make sure there's no lipstick underneath. So I think I'm gonna pick these ones. So I'm just gonna grab them by the middle. And when I put eyelashes on, I like to kind of take a mirror and look underneath and then kind of come in instead of just this way, like this. And then I kind of line them up so that I make sure they're not too far over or too far in. And then slowly kind of come in behind my lashes, but you're coming in behind and then you're gonna flatten out. So I have no idea if these are gonna stick, but okay, so here we go. So I like to kind of just start with sticking the middle on, and then I take the outer corner, or sorry, inner corner and place that, and then outer corner and place that. I feel like I'm gonna blink these off. So I discovered last night that the eyeliner itself is kind of tacky, which I feel like is kind of cheating on their part. But anyways, it kind of, if you push them on a little bit, it sticks a little bit better, and then they do obviously stick kind of magnetically, but it's not of a strong magnet as I had anticipated them to be. So anyways, that's one on. So I'm just putting a little bit of mascara on them because they're quite thin and they're staying, so that's a good sign. They're not coming off with the mascara. I don't know if I'd wear this particular brand out partying, but like for now, like not bad, not bad. Okay, so here it is, a cat eye with a red lip and just minimal contouring. Yeah, I feel like the verdict on these eyelashes are the brand is trash. The eyeliner that came with it, I don't think is strong enough. But yeah, there's lots of brands out there right now, and I'm gonna try some more. Hopefully you learned a couple things. If you have any more requests for me, please let me know because I will not be doing anything while I'm shut down. So yeah, send me a message.